What's up, Recovered on Purpose family? Thanks for tuning in for this week's episode of Monday Motivation right here on the Recovered on Purpose show. Today, we're going to be talking about get up and do the work. Love you guys so much. Keep living Recovered on Purpose.
The black represents the darkness from which we came. The white represents the light in which we now live. And the red represents the passion it takes to live Recovered on Purpose.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Recovered on Purpose show, Monday Motivation. And guys, today we're going to be starting a little bit something different with Monday Motivation and bringing the word Wednesday. We're going to be bringing a shorter message and just getting it in 15 minutes. So guys, today we're going to be talking about get up and do the work. There is a lot of stuff that we're able to do in our recovery. And if you're out there and you're struggling in your addiction, this is the time right now to get up, do the work, and get yourself clean. What does this mean? This means that we're going to be the hero of our own journey. We're going to be the hero of our own story. No one is coming to save us wherever we're at right now. It wasn't said that this is going to be easy. It wasn't said that, this is going to be able to be, osmosis into us. We're not going to be able to see other people do it and then just automatically have it ourselves. We have work to do. Whatever that is in your life that you want to do right now. If you want to wake up and you want to get yourself healthy, you got to get up and go to the gym. You got to get up and go to the gym. If there's something you want to do with your life, if you want to be a certified addiction counselor, if you want to get your degree, if you want to, get this certain job, get up and do it right now. There's a reason why you want this in your life. There is a reason why you have this aching in your heart to get clean or get that certification or get that degree or get healthy. Whatever it is that you have that ache in your heart to do, it's time right now to do it. There's nothing holding you back anymore. This is the message you need right now, that it's time to do it right now. What do we do when we wake up and we're still tired? We said the night before that we're going to get up at 6 a.m. We're going to go to the gym and we're going to get ready an hour earlier because we want to go to work. And we want to feel good with our body. That means that when that alarm goes off, we're going to get up. We're going to get up and go to the gym, whether we want to or not. If we feel that we don't want to, what are we going to do? We're going to cross over that threshold. We're going to go do it anyway, and we're going to feel way better about ourselves. And out there, if you're out there struggling in addiction, if you're thinking, I can't do this thing and I don't want to do this thing, it's too hard. We've all been there. We have all been there at some point in our lives if we're in recovery where we thought this was too hard. We thought we weren't going to be able to do this. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. But since I started the step work, I have not drank or used. And that in the first 30 days of my recovery, all I did every single day was I went to meetings and I did the steps. I got up at the crack of dawn right when my alarm went off, and I did the things that I said I was going to do the night before. I made a list of 6 where before I went to bed, I wrote the 6 things I'm going to do right when I wake up. And that's what I did. I checked them off as I went down. And if you're out there and you're holding on to something that you want to do, if you're out there and you're struggling and you're wondering how to get clean, how to get sober, you actually know what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Ask yourself, what do I need to do to get sober? But the thing is that we have to take the action steps. No one's coming to save us. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Wendy. Good morning, Stacy. Stacy sitting on the 4th step. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations. That's a big accomplishment. After my 5th step, I the obsession left me and hasn't come back. And the key to the 4th step is no matter what, every single day, you have to write at least one thing down. No matter what, every single day, one thing. And sometimes in those days where you only can write one thing down, just write one thing down. But sometimes when you have that habit that no matter what, I'm writing something down today for my 4th step, well, maybe I'll write 15 things down today. So keep going, Stacy. Proud of you. Good morning, Sober Tribe Vibe. What's up? What's up? Good morning, Carrie. Good to see you. Good to see you, Felicia. And guys, there's something that, I really just want to get across to you. Okay. the dreams and the goals that we have, whether in our recovery or if we're an addict and we always wanted to get clean and we really want to get clean right now, the cavalry ain't coming. There's no one that's coming to save us. There's no one that's coming to hand us that certificate or hand us our recovery. And if we really got that in and we really understood that it's going to be legitimately up to the actions that we take, we can take those actions. It's up to us. What is that thing that you want to do right now? What is that thing? Is there a health system that you want to do? Is there a pattern of, learning that you want to do? Do you want to read a certain number of books? Do you have an accomplishment that you want to get in your life right now? It's time to do it. There is nothing holding you back anymore. Whatever that thing is, I promise you, it is up to you. I've been off dope for 3 years and I just found AA and how it can help me 5 months ago. I'm finally living a little I don't have to hide from. Amen, Stacy. Amen. And us being able to live a life that we don't have to hide from, right? We are so in our recovery, we have found a freedom from drugs and alcohol. But there's another level of freedom we have now. A lot of us forget that without drugs and alcohol, we can legitimately do whatever we want to do with our lives. And if there's something inside of you saying that you can't do it, I don't want to do it, it's too hard, that's where growth happens. When something is inside of us saying that it's too hard to do or there's too much work to do, we become a better person, a bigger person, an overcomer. And we find out more about ourselves in the struggles of working hard on what we want to do. And life is hard no matter what. Life is hard if we're sitting back on the couch and letting phone calls come in and letting Facebook posts come in saying that this happened and this person passed away and all these different things can come at us. Life is hard that way. Life is also hard to get up and go to the gym and then read that book and then go to school and then go to the meeting, sponsor that person, help this person, volunteer over here. And it might be hard, but it's rewarding. The feeling on the other side of doing something that we always wanted to do or doing something that we know we should do, doing something that we know is within our heart that we are supposed to do, we have a growth from that. It's a mountain that we get to climb. And when we get to the top of the mountain, we can look down on how far we came. Then we look back and there's another mountain to climb. That's what life is about. And there's a law in physics that says that nothing can stay still. Nothing can stay still. It's either momentum or it's digressing. It's either growing or dying. And that's everything. That's plant life. That's us humans. We're either growing or we're going backwards. So what is an area in our lives right now? What is an area in your life right now that you want to take control of, that you want to grasp onto, take the actions and get better at? For me, it's always going to be, how can I get healthier? How can I get healthier? How can I serve more people? What do I have to do today? What are the action steps I have to do today? Who is the person I have to become that will be able to do that thing? Like there's a lot of different things that we all want to do in our recovery. Stacy, I start college next month. I'm 52. Amen, Stacy. That's amazing. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Exactly what I'm talking about. My cousin just passed away 2 days ago from a combination of street drugs, cancer medication, and Suboxone. So sorry, Carrie. I'm really sorry, Carrie. Progress, not perfection. Yes. And don't allow this saying right here. Don't allow that saying to hold you back from becoming the perfect you. There isn't a perfect human being. There isn't a perfect person, and we don't claim to be perfect in order to, attract people to recovery. We don't claim to be perfect in order to make ourselves look good. But us progressing, us writing down what we want to do or thinking about what we want to do and then going out and doing it, that means that we are living the perfect us, the perfect me, the perfect you. There's a difference between pretending like we're a perfect human being in order to, look good and living the perfect life that we're called to live right now in this moment. There's a way that we can wake up in the morning excited about what we're going to do today, excited about the fact that we have something that we're working towards and we are going towards that thing. We are going to do this no matter what comes at us, no matter what somebody says to us, no matter what thoughts come across our head, no matter the lies that get told to us about our own worthiness. We're going to get up and we're going to do the work anyway. Every hero that you hear in all the stories, they didn't just like wake up one day and they were known as that hero. It was like they worked for 20 or 30 years, day in and day out, doing the action steps, doing the work in order to become the person that was able to stand up and show people, this is actually what I did for the last 20 or 30 years. I worked hard at this. And each and every person out there is able to do that right now. And there's so many things. I know every single one of us has different things going on in our life, has different things going on in our recovery, different things going on in our job, in our health status. And we all want different things, but each one of those things that each one of us wants is possible. It's possible, but it's up to you. It's up to you to take the actions. It's up to you to decide that you are willing to do whatever it takes to get that thing. Now, that's where I was at the end of my addiction. I became willing to do whatever it took to get clean and sober. And in my recovery now, that's the mindset I have to have about everything. The 12 steps were the first thing that I ever really accomplished in my life, in my adulthood. I had done some things in sports in my little league career and that kind of stuff and high school career. But in my adult life, the first thing that I ever said I'm going to do and did was the 12 steps. And what got me to do those steps was the fact that I said I was willing to do whatever it took to get clean and sober. I was willing to do whatever I was told to get clean and sober. And now if that mindset is what ended up getting me clean and sober by doing what was laid out at my feet to do, the 12 steps, then carrying that into everything is what the mindset is. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get my health back. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get that certificate, to get that job, to get that degree. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And that's what it's going to come down to. That's what it's going to come down to for each and every one of us. I'm in Knoxville coming up on 4 months clean, just started a job working in recovery. Getting clean has brought really amazing things to my life I never thought possible. Amen, Felicia. We are so proud of you. Keep going. It's amazing. And, work. Keep working at it. Keep growing. Keep progressing. There's so many things on the other side of addiction that we didn't even know possible in our addiction. We didn't even realize that we could be working and helping people in a recovery setting. We didn't realize that, hey, we can actually get this body that we've always wanted to have by going to the gym, by working out, by playing sports. We can, create a community of friends. These are all things that we didn't really think about in our addiction that we're able to do now in our recovery. So don't hold back. Love you and congratulations. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you, brother. What's easy is not worth doing, and what's worth it is not easy. Amen. 100%. And, who wants to take the easy route? Who wants to take the easy route? If that's you, you're going to have a hard life. Who wants to take the hard route? If that's you, you're going to have an easier life. Doing the hard things today is going to be setting up an easier future. Doing the easy things today is going to set up a hard future. I love you guys. Have a great week and keep living. Recovered on Purpose.